Welcome back. Today I want to talk to you about how do we go about changing our site so that the front page is a static page. Okay, because this is something you might want. In this case, by default, you probably noticed here that by default, okay, we've learned that all of the new posts, all of your posts get published to the front page. So whenever you create a new post, it automatically gets published to the front page of your site. This is the default behavior for WordPress, and it makes sense, right? Because WordPress was originally built as a blogging engine, and so the implication was there that chances are if you had a WordPress site, you were running some kind of a blog and you wanted to publish all your new blog posts to the front of your site. What if you're using WordPress to build a different type of site? And this happens. Let's say you're using WordPress to build some sort of a business site that promotes, let's say your uncle. Your uncle's a plumber, okay? And your uncle has asked you to just build a site for him to promote his business. And to be honest, he's not really planning on doing a heck of a lot of blogging about plumbing. He just wants a plain site where people can go and there's a front page and it says, hey, I'm the best plumber in Hamilton and this is examples of my work, and there's a few tabs or a few menu items and a contact page, and really, really simple WordPress site like that, a real simple website. WordPress can do this, and I'm going to show you how to do this. So what we're going to do, okay, for this lesson, I'm going to show you how to change the settings on your WordPress site so that the front page is just a static page, a static front page, a static home page, or a welcome page. And we can still keep the blog functionality, but we're going to make the blog just be a tab. Or not a tab, but like a menu item right here. Okay, so this is how we're going to go about doing it. The first thing we need to do, first step, is we need to create a new front page. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a new page. We just learned how to do this. For now, I'm going to call it front page. Notice this is a temporary title. I'm going to change this later. But for the time being, I'm just going to call it front page. And let's just put some dummy content in here. Okay, normally this would be where you put all your awesome front page content. Whatever content you want to have show up on the very first page of your site, this is what you would put here. So I have selected this. Notice that I actually went ahead and I'm currently showing all of these things on the screen. If I take these off, it's fine, but I'm going to take page attributes, sure, why not? All I really care about seeing in this case is discussion, because I want to turn the comments off. This makes sense. I don't really want people to be able to comment on the front page of my site. That's a little silly. So I just want front page comments off. So I've created a front page, okay, comments off. That's all they really need to do. I've got my dummy content in there. Let's go ahead and publish that. Okay. And let's take a look at what we've got here. Okay, so we reload this site, and what do you expect to see here? Based on what we did last time, we created this About Us page, and now we've got our front page. So here's the front page. Okay, this is what the front page is going to look like. It's kind of boring. We probably want to dress it up with some images and stuff, but for the time being, this is fine. Okay, step one is done. Step two, okay, and this is going to seem a little weird. We need to create a new page that's going to contain our blog. Okay, and the way that we're going to do this, I'm going to create a page just called blog. Oops, not a blog, blog. I'm just going to create a new page called blog, and I'm going to leave the content blank. I'm not going to put anything in here. I'm not even going to touch anything at all. I'm simply creating a page called blog, and then I'm going to publish it. Okay, I'm leaving the content blank. Now, if you go and look at this, you're going to see that, okay, so we're going to reload this. There's a page called blog here, and as you expect, there's nothing in here. Okay, don't worry about this, because we're going to tweak a few things in the back end of WordPress to change this around and to change how this behaves. Okay, next, now we need to go to the settings section, because there's a few tweaks we need to do to how WordPress handles all of these pages. What we're going to do is we're going to go over to the reading section. Okay, this reading section right here. We were here a few screencasts ago. What did we do last time? We were here and we were talking about the search engine visibility. And currently we're discouraging search engines from indexing our site. What we're going to do now is we're going to make some changes to how the front page displays. And right here, these reading settings, this is where you can tell WordPress, okay, I want my front page to display by default it's your latest post, but in this case, I actually want my front page to display a static page. And look what we can do here. We can say, okay, the static page I wanted to display in particular is, look at this. I can actually select, what are these three things right here? You're right, those are the three pages that we've just created, right? So I want to create I want the front page to be the front page, okay? And the post page, we're actually going to select that empty blog page, okay? And watch what's going to happen. I'll do that. I'm going to go ahead and click Save Changes. And then I'm going to go ahead and reload this front page. Look what happens here, okay? We see that the front page automatically shows up right here. The front page is this, okay? There's no commenting, which is exactly what we wanted, okay? And, okay, if I click on About Us, this brings us to the About Us page. That's what we wanted. What happens if we click on Blog? Look at that. This empty page that we had created suddenly becomes sort of the container page for all of our posts. Check that out, okay? All the way there, and now we can access all of our posts simply by clicking blog. We could have changed the word blog. We could have had it be, this could be news, it could be anything you wanted to. I just happened to call it blog. But that's how that works. So we're currently on, there we go, there we're on the blog page. Now, you might be thinking, well, why do we have front page here? This is kind of confusing, right? Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry about that. We're actually going to tweak the changes. We're going to tweak what that looks like. And by the way, this title, this front page title, I said that that was just a temporary title. Yeah, so let's go change that to something else. I called it front page because I knew we were going to set it as the front page, but we can change the title. Let's change it to something more appropriate, like maybe we can say welcome. Okay, I'll go ahead and click update. And fortunately, WordPress is pretty smart. WordPress is going to know that you changed the name of your front page to welcome, and it automatically makes those changes over here in the settings section. If I go to settings where we were before, and in particular if I switch over to the reading section down here, okay, see, it actually switched it. It knew that you changed that name to welcome. I only called it front page while we're learning. I just wanted to make it really clear, but to be honest, you could have called that anything you wanted to, okay? So there we go. Now you're probably wondering, these menus, I'm not happy with these menus here. This doesn't really make sense to me. And guess what? That's what the next screencast is going to be all about. We're going to understand, we're going to learn how to make custom menus, and that's where the fun things happen. Okay, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you next time.